Hey gang, so just popping in to say we had to change the bulb in the back of the 350 last night. I was riding behind Kelly and noticed that her running light was off. So we stopped at home, double checked it, and indeed it was not working properly. So I assumed the bulb filament was blown for that portion because it's a two filament bulb. So I called the RE guys over at Custom Works today and they were like, yep, definitely, it sounds like a bulb, bring it right in. And I thought, you know what, maybe I can just swap it out myself and just do it all the time on my cars. So I did look for the bulb size online and I could not find anything particularly stating the size of the bulb or anything, numbers that corresponded to it. And I did find some info from Royal Enfield regarding swapping it out, which seemed pretty easy. 3 bolts, a couple of screws for the license plate area, and it pops right off of the fender. So I thought I can do this. So I went and took it apart and it was real easy. I'll show you a picture, maybe I can put it right here, of where the 3 bolts were underneath the fender. My arms are enormous and beefy and muscular. They're fat, but I was able to get them under there. So I assume any normal sized person would be able to get their arm and hand underneath that fender to get these 3 bolts off. I think it was a 10mm socket that I used. And I was able to use a little ratchet to get under there, so I didn't have to use a wrench. Also, the back, I just held on with, or I unscrewed the license plate. The reflectors come right off with that, and then the whole unit comes off once you get those 3 pieces off. Took the bulb up to the hardware store, and they actually had the exact replacement, so that was great. Brought it back, snapped it in, and you know, you pull it out counterclockwise, pull the assembly unit out counterclockwise, and then you just reverse the process. Put the bulb in clockwise, put the unit back into the globe clockwise, and then reverse the process. Put those 3 screws back in and put the license plate and stuff back on. So the one thing I did wrong, because I always gotta do something wrong, is that I put the license plate bracket on upside down the first time. So like you gotta have it like the gull wings facing up. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. So just imagine that it's a bird flying rather than a piece of upside down metal. So anyways, I'm gonna switch this around. So as you can see here, the assembly, this whole piece comes right off, nice and easy. So there are 3 screws, there's 1 up top here holding this top part on, and there's 2 behind the license plate down here. So basically you take your license plate, screws off, the license plate and these reflectors come right off with that. There's this little gull wing piece that's in there that's held on from the inside by 2 screws. So you just unscrew those with the ratchet, unscrew the top one with the ratchet. This whole thing pops right off nice and easy. There's a wire harness in there. The wire harness is connected to the assembly. You counterclockwise, pull that out of the globe, put the new bulb in, and then just reverse the process to put it back in. And we'll get this thing turned on. There she be in all her glory. You know, I could have taken it, I suppose, to the dealership to have them change it because it's a relatively new purchase, and they were totally cool about doing that. But I figured, you know what, if this happens at night somewhere on the side of the road and we need running lights, I'd rather know how to do it. So there's that. You know, another quick how-to that I had to learn, which these bikes are so easy and nice to work on. The other things that we've done so far, I put the bar end mirrors on my bike, which I'll talk about later, which was an awesome thing to do. The field of view is amazing and they don't wobble at all. They're got them from Hitchcock's. Put the springs on the seat a long time ago. There's a few other things, but we'll talk about that later. I just mostly wanted to talk about this just in case anybody was out there that was like me that couldn't find the info to replace the simple bulb in the back fender of your Royal Enfield Classic 350. This one's the Heslon Gray. Heslon. Whatever it is, it means a throwback to better days. I need coffee. I'll talk to you. Halcyon. There we go. Halcyon Gray, even though it's blue. All right, talk to you.